Today I'm going to take you on a journey of my morning routine. Come along and watch as we go. Hi, my name is Tammy Bartles and welcome to my channel, Pursuit Over Perfection, where I encourage women to organize chaos one routine at a time. I'm going to walk you through my morning routine. And while it's not always exactly like this, but I am taking snippets of what I do every morning. And in all reality, to do my morning routine, it starts the night before. So recently I have switched over to eating oats overnight as my breakfast, and therefore I prep those before I go to bed. Another thing that I like to make sure I do is take a look at my planner and see what are my top 3 priorities for the next day. I like to know what I'm going into the next day, and so that I can kind of wake up with a fresh start on what I'm working on. It also helps to reduce the chance of me jumping onto social media and scrolling for who knows how long. The last thing that I do to prep for my morning routine is, I have done this for years now, is set out my workout clothes for the next day. Now, I don't necessarily work out on the weekends, but I set them out every night anyway, just to keep that consistency in my routine so that if I decide I want to work out and I'm feeling active, I'm already ready to go. I set my alarm and set it far away from my bed. I don't want to be scrolling in bed. That is not what I'm meant to be doing there. And it also forces me to get up out of bed when my alarm goes off first thing in the morning. I used to be a serial snoozer, but I have learned, and I have to remind myself on the rare occasions that I do press snooze and then crawl right back into bed, it doesn't end up serving me well. I end up more groggy and more tired than if I would have just got up and started my day. Here my morning starts. I grab my clothes, I head to the bathroom downstairs because I typically am waking up before my husband. So I wake up to my alarm. I do really try hard to get 6.5 to 7.5 hours of sleep. I probably could try for more, but that's where I'm at in my life right now. I immediately head to the bathroom and then get dressed right away. Immediately, that makes me feel already like I'm starting to wake up. I'm out of those clothes that I slept in and into something that I'm going to be more active in. I take my morning supplements and then I go head to my couch. I start out with writing in my gratitude journal. And in that, it's just something that I have started doing. I've honestly been at it for a few years now, and it's transformed over time. But I typically write about 5 things that I am grateful for that day. I either write down the daily Bible verse that's in the YouVersion Bible app, or the Bible verse that I'm currently trying to memorize along with my children. That's in a previous video. And then I also just write kind of a little journal entry. Sometimes it's thanking God for the day before, what went well, what didn't go well, praying for something that is going to be taking place that day, or if it's something that I'm needing to work on for the rest of the week. It's just a way, in a sense, for me to write my prayers out and give me a way to kind of get it out of my head so that I can think positively and not dwell on things that I can't change. I'm loving that with this fall weather, I'm snuggling up with this cozy blanket on my couch while writing in my gratitude and then reading my Bible. I have been working through a reading plan of reading the Bible chronologically, and we're getting close to wrapping it up because it was a 10-month plan. If you're seeing the bright yellow drink, it is my pre-workout drink. I used to start drinking it right away as if it was my coffee. With my new supplements I'm taking, I have to wait around 20 minutes before I can have any kind of food or anything other than water. So I just basically wait until after I've finished my gratitude and my Bible reading before starting to enjoy that pre-workout drink. Now, I am participating in a Bible study right now, and so that is also what I am working through that day's devotions and that day's, I guess you could call it, assignment. And so this is the book of Romans that we are walking through, and it's all about transformations, and it's just been something so great to really dive into with some other women. At this point, once I have finished even the Bible study, I head to the bathroom again. Because let's just be honest, I've drank over 30 ounces of fluids at this point. I grab my shoes and I'm headed down to go do some movement. Now, I'm calling it movement because it's not always necessarily a true workout anymore. I've been listening to my body and really focusing on what is needed. And I used to push my body really hard and do high intensity, either cardio and or weightlifting workouts 5 or even 6 days of the week. Honestly, I have now scaled back and I'm now doing lifting and or some cardio workouts 3 or 4 days of the week, and then doing stretching at least twice a week, allowing my body to slow down and truly recover. It's really been something that's been beneficial. Now, I mentioned that I still put on my workout clothes every day, and I will admit that I tried for a little while when I was doing these stretching workouts just to stay in my pajamas, because they're comfier, right? But I learned pretty quickly that I was struggling to just do the stretches. I was running out of time. I was not having enough time to actually get them in and then having to go get ready for the day. And so I felt that if I put on the workout clothes, then it made me actually take that step to get some movement in and not just procrastinate long enough to then run out of time. That's also where, when I was comfy in my PJs, I would notice me gravitating towards social media and scrolling, and then, like I said, losing track of time, because we've all been there before, right? Now, when I do finish up my movement, this is where it can vary in 2 different ways. I either will go get dressed and get ready for the day and put myself together so that I am just ready to go for the day, or I might go and try and tackle 1 or 2 of those top 3 priorities that I have for the day before my kids come downstairs. Either way, I make sure that I'm ready to go before 6:45, because by 7 o'clock, all 3 of my kids are downstairs and we are basically off to the races. We have about 30 or 40 minutes to eat breakfast, get dressed, brush teeth, do the girls' hair, and finish packing up lunches to get out the door for school. It sounds like a lot, but the thing is that my kids also know their morning routine, and it's just those 4 or 5, if they're a girl, that I have to do their hair, and that's all they have to get done. So it really simplifies and makes them not feel like they have too much to do, because they know what is expected of them, and we are able to get out the door. We like to get out the door by 7:30. It's typically closer to 7:40. But we always get to school on time then. I've talked about the mommy meltdowns and the overflow of emotions that can happen. And do my kids still have meltdowns in the morning? Of course they do. They're human. I still do on some mornings. But having that morning routine and knowing that I am doing the things that are benefiting me and my children, it really does lessen that overwhelm, and it helps us to start the day on a positive note. I just want to remind you that this morning routine has evolved over years of time. When I truly started deciding that I wanted to create a morning routine, I literally would get out of bed and do a 5-minute workout next to my bed, still in my pajamas, before heading to my bathroom to wash my face and brush my teeth and get ready for the day. And then I started adding these things in. It's all about those baby steps. You can't expect these huge leaps to happen and then them to just be second nature. You have to build on them and build up the muscle so that you can stay consistent. That is how it will be sustainable. Do you have a morning routine? Do you wish you had a morning routine? What is your favorite part of it? It's something that every day is a gift, and we need to look for ways to cherish it and make the most of it. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, give it a like down below. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel so that you can stay tuned on future videos about organizing chaos 1 routine at a time. If you're looking for a partner in helping to create and maintain some accountability in your morning routine, I'm here for you. Send me a message and let's see how we could work together. I hope you enjoyed getting to see my morning routine in action. I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a blessed day.